The United Nations Staff Officers Course Class 16-2020 was convened through the joint agreement between the governments of the United States of America and the Philippines through the auspices of the Global Peace Operations Initiative, or GPOI, and the Joint U.S. Indo-Pacific Command Military Assistance Group, or GSMAG. The program focuses in helping build sustainable and indigenous peacekeeping training capacities in United States partner countries so they can better contribute to the United Nations and other regional peacekeeping operations. The UN Staff Officers Course, or UNSOC, aims to train and educate national trainers and students on the issues and concerns of UN peacekeeping operations staff officers. The goals of UNSOC are to prepare participants as trainers who will prepare officers for service as UN peacekeeping operations staff officers, and to aid the development of officers who will serve in UN peacekeeping operations. The course was opened on 09 March 2020 and classes were held at the Bulwagang Romulo, the Peacekeeping Operations School. UNSOC was originally designed as a 17-day course intended to address major issues in peacekeeping operations, understand the United Nations role and responsibilities, understand the military staff functions and responsibilities in UN Integrated PKO, and conduct operational-level staff planning process for the UN PKO. 25 participants started the course, comprising of 22 officers from the major services of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, 1 from Cambodia, 1 from Malaysia, and 1 from Indonesia. The GPOI subject matter expert, Mr. Stein Ellingsen from Norway, led the competent pool of PKO instructors from the AFP PKOC in the delivery of the different lessons. Due to the prevailing threat of the COVID-19 pandemic in the country, the whole country has been put to enhanced community quarantine on 16 March 2020. Education and training activities in all AFP education and training units have been declared suspended from 17 March to 15 April 2020. Inevitably, the course duration was extended. Nonetheless, out of the classroom activities were assigned to the students to facilitate continuous learning and completion of the requirements despite the prevailing situation. All academic activities conducted after the declared suspension were kept in accordance with the guidance of the Chief of Staff, AFP. The Philippine government declared a lockdown in the whole National Capital Region, affecting all incoming and outgoing international flights. For fear of getting stranded, the GPOI SME and international participants opted to drop from the course and leave the country prior to the 72 hours window before the lockdown. Furthermore, 5 AFP officers also chose to do the same and voluntarily returned to the respective units as requested by the respective commanders due to the need of their services based on the developing situation of the country. The course utilized various education methodologies with activities that allow the participants to be engaged and challenged during the course. These include plenary or classroom instructions, presentations on major PKO issues, large group discussions on cross-cutting issues such as UN core values, respect for diversity and environment, gender and sexual exploitation and abuse, code of conduct, personal security awareness and road safety, health, HIV/AIDS, and stress management. Staff planning exercises on UN Force Headquarters Staff's responsibilities, UN Mission and Force Headquarters analysis, course of action development, course of action validation, comparison, writing and issuing a fragmentation order or FRAG-O. Integrated Staff Exercise is a 3-day scenario-based exercise that simulates the United Nations Assistance Mission in Karana, or UNAC, Force Headquarters daily staff routines. Participants act as principal staff of functional cells such as Chief of Staff, U1, U2, U3, U4, U5, U9, and MPIO. It also includes simulated staff interaction with other mission partners. An icebreaker was organized in order to develop the camaraderie during the syndicate discussions, and more so, to fully get to know each other. Upon the declaration of the enhanced community quarantine, supplemented by the AFP Red Alert status, the participants engaged in fun games and sports activities like the 4x4 driving circuit, and volleyball. It was highlighted by a barbecue party that enhanced the student solidarity by introducing and learning the different national dance. With this, the Corps successfully achieved its objectives through the utmost effort and support of the AFP PKOC instructors and training staff that strictly adhere to the United Nations Integrated Training Service standards. As a result, the participants have become equipped with the knowledge, skills, and attributes necessary for staff officers in UN peacekeeping operations missions. In addition, it also builds strong relationships and professional networking among the participants, instructors, training staff, and the whole AFP Peacekeeping Operations Center, which is beneficial to the nation's support in future peacekeeping operations deployment.